Calaroga Shark Media.
Welcome back to TV in the Basement, where we dive deep into the hottest shows on television. I'm your host, Journey Joe Mitchell, and today we're waddling into the gritty streets of Gotham with HBO's new series, The Penguin. Folks, buckle up, because we're in for one hell of a ride. Now, before we dive in, let's set the stage. The Penguin picks up right where Matt Reeves' The Batman left off. Gotham City is underwater, literally and figuratively, in the aftermath of the Riddler's devastating attack. But while Batman is busy playing lifeguard, our boy Oz Cobblepot sees an opportunity to climb the criminal ladder. And let me tell you, he's not about to let it slip through his flippers. But here's the thing that sets The Penguin apart. It's not just another superhero spin-off. Oh no, this is a full-blown mob drama that just happens to be set in the world's most crime-ridden city. It's like The Sopranos took a wrong turn and ended up in Gotham, and I am here for it. Now let's talk about the man of the hour, Colin Farrell as Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin. Folks, I've seen some transformative performances in my day, but Farrell in this show? It's like he's been possessed by the spirit of every mob boss who ever lived. And get this, he's doing it all under pounds of prosthetics that make him look like he's been through a ringer and lost a fight with a makeup kit. But here's the kicker. Farrell doesn't just disappear into the role physically. He brings a depth to Oz that'll have you feeling sympathetic one minute and terrified the next. It's a tightrope walk of a performance, and Farrell is doing it in a pair of flippers. The episode kicks off with Oz breaking into the Iceberg Lounge, his old stomping ground. He's looking for leverage, something to give him an edge in the power vacuum left by Carmine Falcone's death. But faster than you can say fish out of water, he's caught by Alberto, the new head of the crime family. Now, this is where Farrell's performance really shines. Watching Oz talk his way out of trouble is like watching a masterclass in acting. He's all smiles and congrats on the surface, but you can see the wheels turning behind those prosthetic heavy eyes. And when Alberto starts spilling details about a new drug operation, the look on Oz's face is priceless. It's like watching a penguin discover an all-you-can-eat fish buffet. But our penguin isn't satisfied with just swimming along. In a moment that had me clutching my popcorn, Oz puts a bullet in Alberto faster than you can say wah wah wah. It's a shocking moment, folks, and Farrell plays it perfectly. You can see the calculation, the desperation, and yeah, a little bit of satisfaction all warring on Oz's face. What follows is a masterclass in criminal improvisation. He ropes in a young kid named Victor to help him cover up the murder, and let me tell you, this odd couple dynamic is pure gold. Farrell plays Oz as a reluctant mentor, alternating between threats and almost fatherly advice. It's like watching a master criminal trying to train a very reluctant apprentice, and it's as hilarious as it is tense. But the show doesn't stop there. We're introduced to Sophia Falcone, played by the incredible Kristen Milioti. Fresh out of Arkham Asylum, Sophia is like a ticking time bomb wrapped in designer clothes. The lunch scene between her and Oz is electric. It's like watching two sharks circle each other, each waiting for the other to show a moment of weakness. And Farrell? He's matching Milioti beat for beat, quip for quip. It's the kind of scene that'll have you rewinding just to catch all the subtle expressions and unspoken threats. Now, I know some of you out there might be feeling a bit of superhero fatigue. You're probably thinking, Joe, do we really need another dark and gritty take on a Batman villain? And to that I say, when it's this good, absolutely. This isn't just another cash grab riding on the cape tails of the Bat. The Penguin is carving out its own identity faster than Oz can carve up his enemies. But it's not all smooth sailing in Gotham Harbor. Some critics are grumbling that the show is too bleak, that it sucked all the fun out of the Batman universe. To them I say, have you seen Gotham lately? This city makes the DMV look like Disneyland. The grit and grime are part of the package, folks. It's like complaining that your sushi is too fishy. That being said, I can see where they're coming from. This isn't a show for the faint of heart. It's violent, it's morally ambiguous, and it's about as warm and fuzzy as a penguin's backside in the Arctic. But that's what makes it so compelling. This isn't a black and white world of heroes and villains. It's a world of shades of gray, where everyone's just trying to survive and maybe grab a little power along the way. And at the center of it all is Colin Farrell's Oz. Folks, I can't stress enough how good Farrell is in this role. He's taking a character that could have easily been a caricature and turning him into a fully realized three-dimensional person. You can see the wheels turning behind Oz's eyes in every scene, weighing his options, calculating his next move. It's a performance that's equal parts menacing and vulnerable, and it's absolutely riveting. One of the things I love about Farrell's portrayal is how he shows Oz's desperation for respect. This isn't just a power grab for him, it's a quest for validation. You can see it in the way he bristles at every slight, the way he puffs up when he thinks he's got the upper hand. It's like watching a penguin trying to convince the world it's an eagle, and somehow, Farrell makes you root for him even as you're horrified by his actions. The episode ends with a bang, or should I say, a crash. Oz manages to frame the Maronis for Alberto's murder. It's a clever move that sets up what promises to be a season full of twists, turns, and probably a few more bodies in Gotham Harbor. And the look on Farrell's face in that final scene? It's a perfect mix of triumph, relief, and just a hint of, what have I gotten myself into? It's the kind of nuanced performance that deserves all the awards, folks. Now let's talk about how the Penguin fits into the larger Batman universe. While the caped Crusader himself is MIA, probably still fishing people out of flooded buildings, his presence is felt throughout the show. The chaos left in the wake of the Riddler's attack from the Batman is the perfect backdrop for Oz's rise to power. It's like watching the aftermath of a natural disaster, if that natural disaster wore green spandex and left riddles everywhere. But here's the thing. The Penguin doesn't rely on its Batman connection to work. Sure, it's set in Gotham, and yeah, there are references to the wider DC universe. But at its core, this is a character study of a man clawing his way to the top of the criminal underworld. It just happens to be set in a world where guys dress up as bats to fight crime. So what's the verdict? Well, if you're looking for a lighthearted romp through Gotham, you might want to swim in a different direction. But if you're in the mood for a gritty, complex mob drama with a side of supervillain origin story, The Penguin might just be your catch of the day. And if nothing else, it's worth watching for Colin Farrell's performance alone. Trust me, folks, this is the kind of role that careers are defined by. Until next time, keep your umbrellas handy and your fish on ice. This is Journey Joe Mitchell, signing off.